The new CG sequences are extremely stylized. How did you create these sequences?
When it came to making CG sequences for a game like this, we felt that a unique artistic style would be far more appropriate than traditional CG, as Mr. Yoshida's art style was what really defined the tactics world. We wanted to bring that art to life. One of my earlier projects was the opening movie for a Japan-only release called Young Yangus's Dodgy Dungeons, a dungeon-crawling RPG set in the Dragon Quest world. We tried to match the style of the Dragon Quest series illustrator Akira Toriyama, and it worked out so well that we had to try something similar portraying Mr. Yoshida's art style in this title.
How did you decide which scenes to create in CG?
There's a really funny story behind this. Basically, everyone attached to this project is a hardcore fan of the original release. I'm a huge fan. Our co-producer, Mr. Kosuge, is a huge fan. And our executive producer, Mr. Kawazu, is a huge fan. So we had a contest to decide which scenes to redo in CG. We all picked our favorite scenes and showed our list to each other at the same time. And almost everyone had chosen the exact same ones. All of us, being big fans of the game, seemed to be on the same page, so it was very easy to come to an agreement on which scenes to turn into CG sequences.
Was there a lot of involvement from character designer Akihiko Yoshida?
He oversaw everything. It was his art we were bringing to life, so there were a lot of things we needed him to check and approve. First, we had him create illustrations, and then we made the 3D models based on those. He double-checked all of our content, and once we got approval, we started roughing out the storyboards. Once we hit a certain milestone, we asked him to check the results. We just kept going back and forth until we wound up with the final product that everyone was happy with.
Why did you choose to add voices to the North American release?
For the Japanese version, we decided we didn't want to disappoint the fans. After all, a lot of the fans of the original already have the characters' voices in their heads saying these lines, and we didn't want to replace those with our own voice actors. On the other hand, for the North American version, we thought introducing voices would add more impact to the movies and make the game more accessible to players. As creators, we were also itching to try out something new, something that we hadn't done in the Japanese version.